wooden camera. Ryan Shorman started wooden camera around the time that Red came out. And it's no secret that Red came out with the camera and didn't have all the necessary accessories, and they didn't quite fit into the standard architecture that we'd all become used to with ARRI. And this set up an opportunity for a whole cottage industry of people to make accessories that would work with not only Red but other cameras. And Blackmagic came out, and Canon cameras needed a lot of assistance to fit into cinema architecture. So they've been so successful. They have so many products, and today Holly Rusk and Grayson Orr are going to tell us about some of their newest products. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Digital Cinema Society for having us. My name's Holly, as he said, and this is Grayson, and we represent Wooden Camera. The main warehouse is actually in Dallas, Texas, but we do have a retail location in Burbank where anyone with a digital camera can come in and just completely build out their camera with any of our products in a way that works best for them. We specialize in professional digital camera accessories and support systems that can be used in the field in filmmaking. And we offer innovative solutions to pretty much every digital camera out on the market right now, from the 5D Mark III over to the Alexa Mini and the Red Weapon. Obviously, this is just a small assortment of the many products and items that we have, but we figured that since we are at Canon Hollywood, why not kind of showcase the accessories that we do have for the Canon cameras. So we'll start over here with the DSLR Cage. So this is, even though it says 5D Mark III, this cage that we have here is actually compatible with every DSLR out there right now, whether you've got a tiny A7S, Mark I, Mark II, or even a DSLR with a battery grip. So this whole system right here is compatible with that. All you would need to do is just swap out this vertical rod post. So what you see here is the Quick Cage DSLR Medium, because the 5D Mark III is kind of more of a medium-sized DSLR. Comes in 4 parts. The top plate, this vertical rod post with 1/4, 20, and 3/16 mounting points. The quick release base plate, and then on the very bottom is the quick dovetail right here. Now the top plate actually slides into the hot shoe of the DSLR, and then the base plate obviously mounts to the base of the camera, basically giving you 2 points of contact and therefore minimizing any sort of swivel that may occur with the camera when it's in use. Which is really nice. A lot of people like that feature just because in any sort of case or in any sort of cage that you have, just the small amount of mounting points on a DSLR may allow for any sort of twisting. One of the coolest features of this quick cage is actually its quick release functionality. So all you have to do is, if you want to go from a very kind of locked off setup like this on a tripod or on a dovetail, and if you want to go to a run and gun style setup just to get a shot without the use of rods, without the use of a matte box or follow focus, all you need to do is just loosen this thumb screw right here, depress this pin or pull it down on the back right here, slide off, and then you're good to go. So very run and gun. Obviously it does release it from the rods, but sometimes if you just need to get a quick shot, that's all you need to do. Obviously you can keep the handle there. This is our UVF mount right there, so if you have an EVF or a small monitor, you keep that on as well. So kind of an all-in-one system. It's very, very basic, very modular. And it's very easy to put it back on as well. Same thing, you just kind of align it and click it forward, you're good to go. Moving down on this kit, we have a DSLR 15mm base right here, which accommodates 15mm rods in a standard lightweight setup. And then on the base of that is our dovetail clamp, which will allow you to mount the whole entire rig, matte box, follow focus, quick cage and all, onto a dovetail or onto a dovetail for like a shoulder rig system, or onto a dovetail that you put on your tripod, for instance. So speaking of shoulder rigs, this is kind of our complete shoulder rig setup. It is the shoulder rig premium with larger extended arms. We do have an assortment of other shoulder rigs with shorter arms or no arms, whatever sort of configuration works for you. So the foundation of all of our shoulder rigs is actually the ARRI style dovetail right there. which will allow your camera to move up and down, kind of find your counterbalance and all of that. The base of it is actually an Arca Swiss style design, which will allow our shoulder pad right here to easily adjust up and down to find your counterbalance. And also you can quickly remove it if, say, you needed to reconfigure your shoulder rig setup into a tripod setup in just a few simple steps. Also, we've got this crossbar on a NATO rail, again, so easy configuration and adjustability. The RE rosettes right here for easy mounting of our hand grips, which you can choose between 4 different styles. We have rubber, brown leather, black leather, and our new ergonomic wooden hand grips right here. On the other side of this shoulder rig is actually our Canon hand grip relocator. So if you are using your C-series Canon camera and you want to put it on a gimbal or you want to put it on a shoulder rig, but you want to relocate it, you can easily use our Canon hand grip relocator and mount it onto any RE style rosette and then connect it to your camera. So it does come with a cable that interfaces with the camera itself to make sure that all of the data is sent from the hand grip to the camera. So just as easy as that. Continuing on this setup that you see here, I wanted to talk more about some of our recent items. So on the C300 Mark II, we have our new unified base plate system. Now it comes in 3 parts. The top portion is actually a Dovetail, which will mount directly to the bottom of the camera. So right here, we call this our Dovetail. And it on this side right here, so you can mount it either way. So with this 15 millimeter pass-through hole on the back or on the front, and what this does is it allows you to use one of our lens support systems, like a 15 millimeter post, to attach directly to a lens support system like a Metabones adapter or even one of our lens adapters, so that your lens adapter configuration is the most secure. Then going beneath that, we have a pass-through area for 15 millimeter rods in the lightweight standard configuration with rod clamps, 2 rod clamps on both sides for the ultimate security. And then on the very base of that, we have an RE style slot for mounting onto a Dovetail or a VCT plate, which I'll get to in a second. But it's kind of an all-in-one base plate system. The bottom portions of the base plate are actually common among all of the base plates that we have. All you would need to do is really switch out this Dovetail that we have right here for different cameras. So for instance, the base here and this Dovetail are all compatible with the C-series Canon cameras as well as the FS7. If you were using an FS5, you would just need to replace this portion right here and still use the base. Same with the Alexa Mini. All the same bottom portion, but just a different portion up here. So basically, in the long run, if you do have some of our older quick release bases, they use some of the same functionality. This new base plate uses the same functionality as the old ones, but has a whole bunch of new features. Again, it being this replaceable Dovetail and the extra rod clamps on the side, and it does kind of incorporate the Dovetail clamp that you saw here into the whole system. Moving on to the rest of this mount, sorry, last but not least, I just wanted to highlight our boxes. So what you see here is kind of a power distribution, video distribution sandwich plate, if you will. We have our D box right here, our C box right here, all together with a standard gold mount battery plate back here. Now the D box is a power distribution box, and it allows you to power any of your accessories that you have on your camera rig, whether it's a monitor or something like a Preston follow focus unit. It allows you to power it all in one unit, which is great. Next we have our C box, which is a video conversion box, so it will allow either SDI or HDMI and simultaneously output 3 HD SDI channels and 2 HDMI channels. So it's a great option if you kind of wanted an all-in-one system on the back of your camera so you don't have cables flying everywhere. So it's a good system to have. Okay, lastly, I wanted to talk about our new unified VCT system, which is down here. We modeled it off of the Sony style VCT system. It has the wedge plate, which is up here with RE style rosettes on both sides, as well as 1/4-20 mounts and 3/8-16 mounts. The bottom is the tripod plate, which obviously will mount to any sort of tripod that, that you may be using. It also has right here is actually an RE style miniature dovetail, which is very compatible with our new unified base plate system as well. And it will allow you to find your counterbalance very easily, and it will easily allow you to transition from a locked off setup on your tripod to a shoulder rig setup in just a few simple steps like that. It does have an integrated shoulder pad right there, so you're good to go. Obviously with this rosette right here, if you wanted to kind of reconfigure it into a shoulder rig setup, you can just easily take these handles off right here, slap it on right there, and then you're good to go. A very E&G style setup, simple to use, and like I said, it is compatible with our unified base plate system. If you didn't want to use a base plate, if you know that you didn't need to use rods, you don't need a base plate at all, there is a key slot design on the wedge plate itself that you can mount your camera to directly. And if you want a very low profile style setup, it's just as simple as that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is just a small sample of the many products that we do have. We have everything on our website, obviously, and you can check it out there. If you do visit our website, you will find many different camera configurations and kits for the extended range that we offer, but everything does come a la carte. So what you can do is pick and choose the different accessories that you want to kind of configure your own personalized camera setup. And of course, like I said, you can always come by our Burbank retail location and pick and choose the products that you want and design your own rig. So thank you for having us, and feel free to come by our store in Burbank. It's pretty much like a toy store for filmmaking. So.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But where do we get the name Wooden Camera?
So, well, first of all, we use wooden cameras obviously as models for the actual cameras. So just because we do have accessories for every digital camera out there right now, it would be a little expensive to have every real camera on display in the store. So we use the wooden cameras as a display. But a little history behind it, Ryan, our president and head engineer, when he was in the filmmaking realm and making a lot of movies, I think he did at some point make a wooden camera for one of his projects, and the name kind of stuck when he started making accessories. So since then we just went with it, and it works well.
It's a good theme, and
yeah.
you make some great products. So
yeah, thank you
very much
yeah,
for joining
thank
us.
you.